Well, hello, and a hello to you, and you. Welcome in to Braylon Lee's virtual tour live, the prime time edition. We do have a lot to get to tonight. Andy Cohen is in the news. I'll tell you how he is in the news. Nigel Lythgoe is also back in the news with a new sexual lawsuit. We'll talk about that. Wendy Williams, of course, you guys know the documentary, the two-part documentary is happening the 24th and the 25th at 8, 7 Central, only on Lifetime. We'll break down her diagnosis and also, too, what I think this could mean for the future of media. Y'all know what we do around here. Speaking of media, there's a story about Sherri Shepherd and an executive, a former executive at the Sherri Shepherd show. We will get into that as well. James Brown, Papa got a brand new bag. Well, his daughters are not liking the memories of their dad, and we will talk about how they feel about it. Complex and Vice, two organizations that are for young people. They are evolving. I'll tell you about that. Porsha Williams. Y'all have heard the news about her and Simon Gobadia getting a divorce. Not to mention, too, Isabella Strahan posted a new video. We will be looking at that as well. Higher is waiting, low is available, but either way, we are live on tour. Let me take down this iconic intro. Yes, indeed. You see the virtual tour background, you hear the virtual tour music, and then there is me. Hi, everybody. Hi. Glad to see all of you here. Oh, man. Second show of the day. Woo. We're almost there, y'all. We're almost there. By the way, like I said, tonight at 10 p.m. it is the live after show, Sharnia's World on Newbie. The show comes on tonight at 9 p.m. on NewbieandTV.net. And then right at 10 o'clock, come back right over here for the live after show. Okay, we do have a lot to get to, though, before that wonderful show at 9 p.m. All right, here we go. Ooh, Lord, this is the year of truth. If it's not the year of truth, Lord. So here we go, y'all. Let's do what we do and go on tour. This comes to us from page 6. Brandi Glanville accuses Andy Cohen of sexual harassment, inviting her to watch him have sex with Bravo star. Brandi Glanville is accusing Bravo head honcho Andy Cohen of sexually harassing her, according to a scathing letter her attorney sent NBC, the national broadcasting company, Shed Media, and Warner Bros. That was obtained by Page 6. The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills alum 51 claims that the Watch What Happens Live host 55 sent her a video in 2022 in which he appeared obviously inebriated. Cohen allegedly boasted in the clip that he wanted to sleep with another Bravo star while thinking of Glanville per the letter, and invited the former housewife to watch him engage in the sexual act via FaceTime. The only reason why I'm laughing at this is because, yeah, allegedly. Now, the only reason why I'm laughing at the FaceTime is because of what Wendy Williams said. I have no face nor time for that. So, hashtag Wendy Williams. We'll get to her in just a little bit right here on Virtual Tour Live. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Let me keep rolling on. The identity of the reality star that the father to allegedly wanted to hook up with was not disclosed in the letter. Mr. Cohen was Miss Glanville's boss at the time and had exercised complete control over her career, the letter further states. This was an extraordinary abuse of power that left Miss Glanville feeling trapped and disgusted. It is inconceivable that Mr. Cohen remains in his post in spite of this behavior. Harkens back to the old days of Matt Lauer and NBC News, where profits were prioritized over people. Cohen spoke about the accusation on Twitter Thursday, writing that the sexual joke was meant in jest. The video shows Kate Chastain and I very clearly joking to Brandi, he tweeted. It was absolutely meant in jest, and Brandi's response clearly communicated that she was in on the joke. That was said, it was totally inappropriate, and I apologize. Not many Bravo stars have publicly spoken out against Cohen, and appears not have come forward to accuse him of sexual harassment in the past. However, Real Housewives of New York City alum Bethany Frankel has been at the forefront of a reality TV reckoning. As you guys know, the reality TV that she is trying to do with SAG AFTRA. I don't know if there's any updates on that, but she has been at the forefront of a reality TV reckoning at Bravo and accused her former boss of belittling racism at the network. Real Housewives of Atlanta alum Nene Leakes also previously sued Bravo, claiming that she was discriminated against because of the color of her skin, and then withdrew the lawsuit. So that is Brandi Glanville there. That I think that's Michelle Batu, if I'm not mistaken, from Survival of the Thickets. By the way, that's been renewed for season 2 on Netflix, and also she will be having another comedy special. Shout out to Michelle Batu. And she's also the host of The Circle on Netflix as well. Kathy Griffin, who once starred on My Life on the D list on Bravo, famously had fallen out with Cohen when she accused him of offering her Coca-Cola and treated her like a dog during their tenure together. I'm sorry. I say Coca-Cola because back in the day, Coca-Cola actually had Coke in it. Ladies and gentlemen, you can look that up. That is not alleged. That is a fact. Okay. So with that being said, the letter from Glanville's attorneys were written by lawyers Brian Freeman and Mark Garagos, comes on the heels of Carolyn Mazzino's lawsuit against Bravo, which she accuses production companies involved with the network of not protecting her during an alleged sexual assault incident with Glanville. The Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip Morocco star claimed in her complaint that her co-star mounted her on the couch, forcibly squeezed her cheeks together, and thrusted her tongue in Mazzino's mouth and humped her while filming. Okay, I'm just going to say this right now. If that was a man, this suit would have been through the court. Okay, I'm just going to say it right now. I'm going to say it. And Carolyn Mazzino has not changed her story at all. And listen, just because you have alcohol, given to you, or it's made available to you, just because y'all are girlfriends, and just because y'all are working together, doesn't mean that people don't have boundaries. Brandi Glanville, okay, for real. Because honestly, if that was a black man, or if that was a man, oh my God, #me too. Let's be real about it. All that black man would have been guilty from the start. There wouldn't have been a trial. Just saying. We see the rainbow over here. We see all colors. Not colorblind over here. Glanville has repeatedly denied the claims made against her, and she has claimed she joined OnlyFans to save her from financial distress due to the fallout of the allegations. So you could be a Bethany Frankel, actually be somebody, so you had to go to OnlyFans. Okay. All right. Her lawyers are now blasting Cohen and the top media companies behind the Housewives franchise, alleging that they, too, have engaged in sexual misconduct. Aside from the Andy Cohen's diaries author, Freeman and Garagos claim in the letter that NBC and Sherri are allegedly deliberating misconstruing an interaction between Glanville and production executive named Sean Losner. So right here, Mr. Losner has a history of soliciting or engaging in sexual relations with female reality stars under his purview, attorneys allege. The attorneys allege Ms. Glanville is no exception. Mr. Losner has always been transparent about his attraction to Ms. Glanville. Okay. Reps for Losner said me and Warner Bros. Could not immediately be reached for comment. Freeman adds in a statement to Page 6 Thursday, Mark Garagos and I have heard from thousands of current and former cast members on reality shows about the physical and emotional harm inflicted on them by virtue of their participation. Now, hey, Hawaii Karma, welcome and glad to have you here. Now, I'm just going to ask a question. If you are trying to be serious about a lawsuit, you wouldn't be in some red silk robe on a boardroom table. I'm just saying. Maybe you was at the head of the table, make yourself more serious, but like, what is this? What is this? This is almost as bad as Mia and Incognito with that picture of You know, that cape that Incarnito tried to pull off of her or pull on her. In the words of Etna Mode, no capes. No capes. No capes. I'm sorry. Okay. Thank you so much, Awana. I will be here at 10 p.m., y'all, for Shania's after show live right here on Braylon Lee's YouTube channel. Lord help. I can't take her seriously. Like, what woman do you know that's in the middle of fighting a lawsuit or trying to be serious with what she has to say, and she gets in a red silk robe and gets on top of a boardroom table? Really? Really? Do y'all know anybody? Because I don't. Okay. NBC, Bravo, Warner Bros., and Shed Media intentionally obscure their legal rights, buying them to illegal contracts and knowingly cause them to suffer in silence. We know that there are untold numbers of innocent victims who have yet to tell their stories or seek legal redress. He concludes, we encourage all of them to contact us and join our growing team as we fight for change in this sordid industry. Glanville and her team are threatening to pursue legal action, have asked NBC, Shed Media, and Warner Bros. To preserve all documentation that may be pertinent to their case. Ooh, well. Listen, I think if this is true, I think that at the beginning, middle, end of the day, that right is right and wrong is wrong. You know what I mean? And honestly, it's really sickening with what is happening in the media industry, because honestly, a lot of time, yeah, exact that part. Like, no one I know would do this. No one I know would do this. Like, if any woman I know was doing this, I would say, give me your phone. Give me your phone. What do you do? I don't give up. I don't give a fuck. Delete it. No. Let me see your screenshots, because I know you screenshot yourself because you think you look cute. Delete. Now, if I was rich, I would throw your phone out the window and I would buy you a new phone. But since I'm not rich, not yet, in Jesus' name, yes, amen, then I will just delete the photos off your phone. Hey, Tyler, Timon, Gmon, welcome in. Glad to have you here. So I do think right is right and wrong is wrong, because, like I said, if it was a man, it would not be right at all. And men have to be better at being responsible with women. Absolutely. Men have to do that. And, I can't stand it when they say, well, they should have dressed, more responsibly. Okay, well, guess what? We should be more responsible with what we do too. We can't ask women to, be conservative. We can't be responsible for what the hell we do. That was just like all the white men telling women that, if you could go to jail for having a abortion, when that is their right. And there were some women, their child was born out of grape. White men overturned Roe v. Wade, but let white women or women tell men what to do with their ding-dongs. Oh my God. DEFCON 1. DEFCON 0. Okay? So I don't want to hear it. We have to do better as men. We do. We absolutely do. And this is not simping. This is not kissing behind. This is not trying to get some. This is saying right is right and wrong is wrong. And we wonder why black women are dang outside the race, because they don't feel comfortable with us. Now listen, there are some black women that are not going to date black men and they like white men. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. As long as you understand that you still black when you get pulled over and you could not be here today, and you understand that just because you married somebody white doesn't mean that you won't be seen the same. As long as you get that, understand we good. But also, too, not every black woman believes every black man is bad. Just like every black man doesn't believe every black woman is bad. So we got to stop that. We got to stop that. We got to stop it. So here's an update from Deadline.com here. Comcast boss Brian Roberts needs to show Andy Cohen the door. Lawyers for Brandi Glanville are demanding NBC continues to protect those in power. Brian Freeman, Mark Geragos declared Friday in response to an apology of sorts for Watch What Happens Live, host of The Real Housewives, that after Glanville publicly accused Cohen of sexually harassing her. Brian Roberts, it's time for you to step in like you did with Andy Lack and Jeff Shell, and stop the cover up and do the right thing. The lawyer said your legacy and decency demands it. The call out to the Comcast CEO is clearly meant to generate a top-level reaction and media spotlight, also invoking the names of former NBC News Chairman Lack, who has scandal-riddled tenure until he was bounced in 2020. The scandal, former NBC Universal CEO Shell, who exited in 2023, just a year ago, after the inappropriate relationship with a co-worker, as well as ex-Today co-host or anchor Matt Lauer, Freeman, and Geragos are deliberately seeking to make that spotlight as harsh and uncomfortable for Roberts as well. In response to Cohen's response, NBC Universal Entertainment boss Francis Berwick told Deadline that the company is looking into the matter. Never a stranger to controversy or a bit of fun, Cohen himself called the video he apparently drunkenly sent Glanville 2 years ago inappropriate. And the latest in a series of misconduct allegations against the unscripted world, the video in question supposedly sees the Real Housewives executive producer telling Glanville that he, an openly gay man, wanted to watch him have sex with another Bravo star that night, aka Kate Chastain. Cohen and others have said the video is clearly a joke. Clearly, Glanville and her lawyers are not truly laughing. Read the full lawyer statement to Cohen's response here. Any boss who is clearly inebriated encouraging their employee to FaceTime video to watch their boss have sex with another employee constitutes sexual harassment, plain and simple, under any definition, even one connotated by NBC. Why is Andy Cohen getting a pass? Any other supervisor at Comcast NBC who engaged in this behavior would immediately be fired on the spot. It is no excuse to say that this was a joke. NBC has mistakenly given Andy too much power across their network. He is a man hosting reunions in several cities in the franchise, producing and starring in his own show to promote these vehicles, hosting a juggernaut conference monetizing the Bravo sphere on the backs of women, and its capo running this reality machine. NBC has clearly decided that he is too big to fail. NBC has learned nothing from the cover-up at NBC News. Just like Matt Lauer, Cohen is now part of the cover-up. NBC continues to protect those in power. Brian Roberts, it's time for you to step in like you did with Andy Lack and Jeff Schnell, and stop the cover-up and do the right thing. Your legacy and DC demands it. Brian Freeman, Mark Geragos, attorneys for Brandi Glanville. Now, I will say this, okay? If Oprah Winfrey did own Con, right? If E did E-Con, right? Trying to think who else. If Food Network did Food Con, every network is trying to get money, okay? So let's not blame the audience that supports this, okay? Because BravoCon is a very big deal. So I got their point of them supporting this behavior allows the behavior. I got that, but that was a little touch and go for me. But I mean, hey, they are right. So it says here, sorry, Bravo, but to rephrase that classic song 39 years ago from the Smiths, that joke isn't funny now. Mere hours after Real Housewives alum Brandi Glanville attorney sent a searing letter to Bravo owners NBC Universal, Warner Bros. Discovery, and Shed Media claiming Andy Cohen sexually harassed a client. The Watch What Happens Live host has responded. Let's just say the results are mixed, or rather, Real Housewives executive producer Cohen says not sorry, but sorry, admits his behavior with a certain video was inappropriate. The video shows Kate Chastain and I very clearly joking to Brandi. It was absolutely meant in jest, and Brandi's response clearly communicated that she was in on the joke. That said was totally inappropriate, and I apologize. NBC Universal Nor Bravo respond respond to request for response for this latest run at the reality windmill. However, a source with knowledge on the matter who has seen the video in question tells Deadline it's totally a joke. He would never do that. He's gay. I'm not too sure if Glanville, who faced accusations of sexual assault herself from fellow Real Housewives star Carolyn Manzina, was in on the joke, at least not according to her lawyers, Brian Friedman and Mark Garagos. So basically, it's kind of the same thing that I already said on all of this. So let's see the comments, because y'all know we reflect the comments here very often. Obviously, it was a joke, but when they put it like that, you have to admit it was definitely, by definition, sexual harassment. This isn't going to go away so quick, but maybe it might lead to a big payday for Brandi. She seemed like she could use one. Brandi saw the footage, and yeah, what he did was wrong. I'm sorry you're going through this. Everything. Keep finding like you can do this. Since there were allegations against both, only okay. Sorry, y'all. I do not know where that came from. Hey, Crystal Amos, welcome in. We're live on tour, everybody. Do not know where that came from. Good Lord Jesus. We're live on tour. Since there are allegations against both, it seems only fair to fire them both. Of course, she doesn't want that now, does she? Glass houses double standards. Welcome to double standards. He should be fired mainly. Just keep him on air for New Year's. That is on CNN. Vandy with Anderson Cooper. I just find it hard to believe what Andy Cohen did was meant any other way than just. The bigger mistake, at least in my opinion, it is Andy's choice of his friends, perhaps. Andy is a decent guy overall. He deserves better than this. I imagine you know him quite well. His mannerisms intoxicate, which was admit. I guess she cannot take a joke. Hey, that's right. She can't take a joke. This is the epitome of a cash grab BS. People you employ aren't your friends. They are your employees. Andy Cohen called her drunk on FaceTime to tell her he wanted to have sex with her. Of course, she brushed it off as a joke, as most people would, regardless if they were seeing something on the inside. Because he's her boss, she can't tell him, are you fucking insane? What's wrong with you? Haven't not hurt her career. I thought this was random nonsense on set. Instead, it's Cohen calling her to intentionally say something sexual to his employee. And he admits it. I don't know. I don't see how Cohen keeps his job. After this, NBC won't want to lose him, but they won't want a lawsuit forcing discovery on their practices. It will throw Cohen under the bus he built. Pot meat kettle. He's a pig, but he's gay and cheeky and wears nice suits, so the country gives him a pass. His entire career is built off the backs of people who want to act like pigs on camera. Damn. He should have been called out a long, long time ago. This rich people problem. So, here is, I'm not going to read it all, but here is the complaint of Miss Glanville to Andy Cohen. So, Lord Jesus, we show receipts over here. So there it is there. Okay. So if you guys want to read it on your own time, this comes to us from deadline.com. Okay. All right. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, listen, at least he did do that. That is speaking more than Carlos. For sure. All right, more Virtual Tour Live coming at you guys right from this space right here, right now. We are going to stay on deadline.com because another lawsuit never occurred. Nigel Lythgoe refutes sexual assault lawsuit alleging his 2016 chauffeured car attack. Update. Right here, American Idol Nigel Lythgoe has been accused of sexual assault for the third time in less than 2 months. What should have been a quick 2-minute ride ended up being a 10 to 15-minute sexual assault and battery, in which the plaintiff was trapped in Lythgoe's vehicle. Alleges a battery, gender violence, and emotional distress complaint from a Jane Doe against the former. So you think you can dance? Judge says here. Oh, we will update you on that. Thank you very much. Let me just get that where it needs to be. Sorry, I'll just try to make sure that we get it where it needs to be, because that is an important update. Okay, there we go. All right, back to this here. Let's see. Lythgoe sexual assault and battery of plaintiff left her feeling horribly violated, shot, guilty, humiliated, and embarrassed. Such mental anguish and emotional distress were severe and lasting to this day. The February 17th filed jury trial seeking suit adds in the barrage of language. Having started with a chance meeting in February 2016 at Beverly Hills Hotel bar with Jane Doe and her daughter and two friends, the alleged attack comes all the more vile when you add in that Lythgoe's driver was supposedly behind the wheel the entire time. As he took the plaintiff and the Autobots through the nearby hills against Jane Doe's express wishes. In her slightly redacted 8-page complaint, Jane Doe is seeking a variety of specified damages. The incident never occurred. Lythgoe's representative said Jane Doe's allegations provides easily verifiable facts are that Nigel was at a public event with his then girlfriend Miles from Beverly Hills on the night of question, as numerous witnesses will confirm. The statement added, "We look forward to the prompt dismissal of this frivolous suit." Lythgoe exited the latest season of So You Think You Can Dance in January as claims of sexual assault from Paula Abdul and a separate assault from Jane Doe KG and a Jane Doe KN hit the court dockets. Jane Doe's lawyer also has something to say outside the file complaining. It is troubling to hear of yet another alleged incident of a woman being taken advantage of and abused by a prominent public figure. Melissa Eubanks said in a statement today, "We are proud to represent Jane Doe and humbled by her courage and the courage of many other women to come forward with her story in hopes of ending such egregious misconduct by persons of fame, celebrity, influence, or power," the Johnson & Johnson attorney added. Eubanks, as well as colleagues Neville L. Johnson and Douglas L. Johnson, also represent Abdul in her December 29th field sexual assault and battery lawsuit against Lythgoe. In that action, the ex-Idol judge first revealed the first alleged assault occurred in the show's early years, and the second one happened in 2015 in a meeting over season 12 of So You Think You Can Dance. For years, Abdul has remained silent about the sexual assaults and harassment she experienced on the count of Lythgoe due to fear of speaking out against one of the most well-known producers of television competition shows who could easily break her career as a television personality and of being ostracized and blackballed by an industry that has a pattern of protecting powerful men, silencing survivors of sexual assault and harassment. The Grammy winner's complaint states, calling Abdul erratic, Lythgoe has said that her claims are false and deeply offensive to me, everything that I stand for. He has not spoken publicly on the previous Jane Doe suit of early January. No comments in the comment section. I gotta tell you, I mean, if this is not the year of truth for women, I feel like since Me Too, it has just been a trickle effect all over the industry, and all over many industries. And listen, I look at it like this. If you are Nigel Lythgoe, if you're a man in power, go hire a prostitute. Really, go to the Bunny Ranch. Like, you got resources. Why abuse people that don't deserve it? I don't understand it. Like, y'all got access to release yourself, okay? Right is right and wrong is wrong. And just like Terry Crews was assaulted and people didn't believe him, men can be assaulted and women can be assaulted, and it's not right to either gender. And also to LGBTQIA plus community, they should not be assaulted either, nor have to pass away from transphobia. Okay, so Oh Lord, much more virtual tour live coming at you right now. Wendy Williams diagnosed with aphasia and dementia. We talked about this a little bit earlier this morning um, at 11 a.m. I want to break down what I think this could mean for the documentary and Wendy moving forward. But here we go. In a grim update on Wendy Williams. Um, let's see, in a grim update on Wendy Williams, reps for the former talk show host revealed that she has been officially diagnosed with progressive aphasia and frontotemporal dementia. Aphasia is a condition that affects language and communication abilities. Frontotemporal dementia is a progressive disorder impacting behavior and cognitive functions. Wendy would not have been able to would not have received confirmation of these diagnoses were it not for the diligence of her current care team, who she chose, and the extraordinary work of the specialists at Cornell Medicine. According to a press release from Williams' team, receiving a diagnosis has enabled Wendy to receive the medical care she requires. The decision to share this news was difficult and made after careful consideration, not only to advocate for the understanding and compassion for Wendy, but to raise awareness about aphasia and frontotemporal dementia in support of thousands of others facing similar circumstances. The statement continued, unfortunately, many individuals diagnosed with aphasia and frontotemporal dementia face stigma and misunderstanding, particularly when they begin to exhibit behavioral changes but have not received a diagnosis. Wendy is still able to do many things for herself. It continues, most importantly, she maintains her trademark sense of humor and is receiving the care she requires to make sure she is protected and that her needs are addressed. She's appreciative of many of the kind thoughts and good wishes being sent her way. A documentary on Williams' life is set to premiere on Lifetime over 2 nights, February 24th and 25th. So that is tomorrow night and the 25th. It was filmed over 2 years following Williams' exit from the Wendy Williams show in 2021, and it captures Williams' struggles after she was placed under financial guardianship and her hit talk show was unexpectedly canceled. Per Lifetime, opening the doors to her private life like never before. Cameras chronicled her comeback journey to reclaim her life and legacy despite facing health issues and personal turbulence. Let's go to the comment section because we do often. My prayers go out to Wendy Williams and family during this difficult time. I pray that God's going to take care of her in a special way because she's a very special person. We love you, Wendy, and praying that everything's going to be all right in due time. Praying for Wendy Williams and her family. Thank you for all you have given throughout the years. I've been a fan since the radio days. Please take care of yourself and enjoy your life. Peace, love, and blessings. God bless her and her family during this extremely difficult time. She will need her family more than ever before. Hoping the best for her, no matter her past discretion. She needs thoughts and prayers. Stay strong and let Jesus carry you through. Looking forward to watching her Lifetime movie, My Grandma, who passed away and suffered from dementia. Oh, my Lord. Rest in peace to your grandmother, Teresa G. It's a sad disease to have. She was such a great cook, hard worker, and retired from the Veterans Administration after over 20 years of service. Shout out to your grandma for those 20 years of service at the Veterans Administration. To see her forget who I was, my uncle, her son, and to ask me about my mother who passed away in 2015 was heartbreaking. Hopefully Wendy will get good care, but there's really no cure. You slowly slip away, and it seems progressively. My heart goes out to her and her family. Oh my God, it must be such a difficult time for her and her loved one. She is receiving treatment at a superior facility. In my humble opinion, I wish her the best. It's the same diagnosis given to Bruce Willis. That is very, very true. This is so very sad. I went through this in 2023 when my mom is as awful as you think it is. So as you can see, a very sympathetic comment section there on deadline.com. And, I am pulling for Wendy. I know some people are not. I know some people are saying it's her karma. But we got to remember Kevin Jr. is upon this earth, and he only has one mom. That's Wendy Williams. Dr. Phil said best, we may not like everything that person does, but that doesn't mean we don't have to love that person. So I am pulling for her because not only is she a mother, She is somebody's aunt. She is somebody's niece. And what Kevin did was fucked up. I mean, if y'all don't know the story, he literally had a house like what, 15 minutes away from their marital home and had a whole kid. Come on now. And some people have said that she has gotten, dementia from drinking. I did not know that you could get dementia from drinking. However, we all have a vice and we all have an outlet. Hey, Cynthia Jacob, welcome in. Glad to have you here. Yes, I'm praying for her too. We all have a device. We all have an outlet. And we all have places to fall, and we do that in different ways. So I don't judge her for that. Like she said, she didn't know what she could do, where she could go, who she could trust. So the great thing is now that she is pulling through. And, in terms of what this means for media, I think that there should be a Wendy Williams in the media. There was nobody like her in media to be able to say it like you mean it, and to really be true, honest, and open. Because Entertainment Tonight, Access, Hollywood, E! News, they're not going to go there. You know what I mean? They're just not going to go there and say what really needs to be said. All Wendy really did was basically talk about what we talk about here on YouTube and at kitchen tables all over the world. She just happened to be the one chosen to talk about on national TV and international TV. Like, y'all, her talk show aired live every day at 10 a.m. on Fox 5 in New York City, and then replayed at 3 p.m. and in other time slots. And then she was on in late night on BET. She did the shock jock thing right up there with Howard Stern. So she is a legend. She is an absolute legend. You can't take that away from her. I know some people may not like Wendy, but as I often say, go make the career that she did. And since you don't have the capacity, capability, or comprehension of brain cells to form a brain, shut the hell up talking. What you want me to say? So there is a update on this. So the Guardian tried to sue, Lord help, tried to sue Lifetime. And by the way, the Guardian is a white person, child. So Sabrina Morsley, I'm gonna show y'all who she is. She sued A&E and Lifetime because apparently she did not like how she was being portrayed, allegedly. Okay. Well, here's the thing, Sabrina. If you're doing what you're supposed to do, then you wouldn't have to be sued, right? So this is her. So this is the Guardian, Wendy Williams. So she thought she could stop the truth from coming out. Oh, when your white privilege card is declined. Oh, Lord, when your white privilege card is declined. When your white privilege card is declined. Well, ladies and gentlemen, here it is here. Lifetime's Wendy Williams documentary can aired as planned. New York Appeals Court Justice rules. A documentary on Wendy Williams can be aired as planned by Lifetime. A New York Appeals Court Justice ruled today. A Guardian for the talk show host sought a temporary restraining order to block A&E Network's own Lifetime from airing the project scheduled for this weekend. Appellate Justice Peter Mullen wrote that temporary restraining order would be impermissible prior to restraint on speech that violates the First Amendment of the Constitution. His decision vacated and order signed ex parte. Read the decision here. We will read the decision here in just a minute. A spokesperson for Lifetime appeared in court today, and the documentary Where's Wendy Williams will air this weekend as planned. Mullen declined to vacate and or to keep the case under temporary seal with a hearing scheduled for February 27th. The lawsuit was filed against A&E Networks on Thursday by Serena Morsley, the person you just saw, guardian for Williams. Williams representatives disclosed on Thursday that she had been diagnosed with primary progressive aphasia and frontotemporal dementia. We just talked about here on Virtual Tour Live. The guardian of Wendy Williams filed a sealed lawsuit against A&E Networks just days before the subsidiary Lifetime is set to debut a documentary on talk show hosts. Williams representatives disclosed on Thursday that she's been diagnosed with primary progressive aphasia and frontotemporal dementia, whereas Wendy Williams is scheduled to air Saturday and Sunday, that is the 24th and 25th, at 8/7 Central, only on Lifetime. Lifetime said that she granted access to film with her and her family for nearly 2 years, and what was captured was not what anyone expected. Earlier this month, Lifetime announced that it would debut a 4.5 hour 2-night documentary, whereas Wendy Williams scheduled to air Saturday and Sunday. The lawsuit filed in New York Supreme Court on Thursday by Serena Morsley, acting in her capacity temporary guardian of Wendy Williams. Hunter, also named in the complaint, is Entertainment One Reality Productions. The lawsuit sought injunctive relief, and records show that A&E Networks filed and appealed this more. Attorneys for Morsley and A&E did not immediately respond to requests for comment. A spokesperson for A&E also did not immediately comment, but Lifetime has continued to promote the documentary throughout the day today on social media. The files remain under seal. When the documentary was announced, a Lifetime release said after Wendy Williams was placed under financial guardianship and her talk show was unexpectedly canceled, she was determined to make a career comeback, opening the doors to her private life like never before. The cameras chronicled her comeback, journey to reclaim her life and legacy despite facing health issues and personal turbulence. With unparalleled access granted by Wendy to film with her and her family for 2 years, what was captured was not what anyone expected. The documentary provides a raw, honest, and unfiltered reality of Wendy's life after she was placed under financial guardianship, shedding light on the vulnerabilities that has turned Wendy into the hot topic herself, suffering mental and physical issues, as well as Wendy's delicate state of mind, erratic behavior, and declining health was all captured by the cameras. Williams herself says in the documentary, "I'm going to tell you something. If it happens to me, it could happen to you." She's also an executive producer on the project. Lifetime has also had plans to provide information on mental health and other resources, in addition to messaging on social media. A link to that site was not as active today, but Lifetime continues to promote the project and a trailer on its website. TMZ first report on the lawsuit. 2 comments. We miss you, Wendy. There are millions of people waiting for Wendy to come back, either to a show or podcast, and it seems that now people will drain her finances while claiming she's insane because she went on bender. But this is our hand. Anyone can claim that someone's insane when drugs are administered that have those side effects, and Wendy's another victim of greed and people around her pilfering her money while her fans are helpless to do anything. It's not right, and it seems to follow a pattern of destroying the successful Black who doesn't toe corporate. The corporate Alliance. Cat Williams was right. You must have missed yesterday's news about Wendy having the same dementia as Bruce Willis has. Thus, there will be no new show or podcast. Watch the 2-part Lifetime docu. You'll see how far gone she is. Now, that person sounds like they've watched it already. Just being honest with y'all. So let me get the Wendy archive up so you guys can see how you can watch it. Hopefully your Friday night is going well. Hopefully it is. Hopefully it is here. All right, here we go. Here is the complaint. Serena Morsley versus A&E Television Networks here. It's just a 2-page complaint. That's it. So, you lost this one, and I don't think you should be this stupid ever again, Serena Morsley. I really don't think you should be that stupid. All right. So right here, look at this. Look at this good news. Hang on. Okay, cool. Look at this good news right here from the Wendy Archive. 25,000 subscribers. It has been a fun journey posting episodes of the show on this channel. We have so much more coming. So much more for you coming this year. Hang tight. I like those sneakers, by the way. Those are nice. Right here, how to watch the Wendy Williams documentary. The 4-part series will premiere over 2 nights, starting with parts 1 and 2 on Saturday, February 24th at 8, 7 Central, and then parts 3 and 4 on Sunday, February 25th at 8, 7 Central on Lifetime. Be sure to sample the series for a limited time on the Lifetime in the Lifetime app. The first 2 episodes will be available to stream the day after premiere and will not require a TV provider subscription to watch through March 5th. I'll repeat, the first 2 episodes, part 1 and part 2, will be available to stream the day after premiere and will not require a TV provider subscription to watch through March 5th. The rest of the series will be available to stream the day after premiere, but you will be required to link your TV provider to watch. If you have Hulu, it will appear on Hulu, just to let y'all know. For more information about watching in the U.S., visit mylifetimeshows.com. To those people not in the United States of America, please look for the chance of someone doing a watch bar or go in deeper, find a way to access Lifetime. I'm open to helping everyone. I'm open to everyone's questions. If you're not in the United States of America, you want me to assist you, please email me at wendywilliamsarchive@gmail.com. That's Wendywilliamsarchive@gmail.com. So here it is here, how you can actually watch the show. This is the Lifetime thing here. And so don't have a TV subscription to the episodes. You can unlock all episodes in the Lifetime app by signing up with any of the TV providers. Some of them are currently offering free trials. So Comcast, Xfinity, Cox, DirecTV Stream, Dish Friendly TV, Hulu Live, MediaCon, Now TV, Optimum, Philo, Sling TV, Spectrum, and Phizos, and more. Find additional local TV and internet providers in your area by entering your home address on smartmove.us. Packages may vary at this time. Friendly cannot be used to sign into the Lifetime app, but you can use the Friendly TV app to enjoy Lifetime programming. All right, there you go. Hey, G Squad, welcome in. Glad to have you here. I'm praying for Wendy. She is in well without water. Yes, indeed. Hello, Colton James Hodge. Welcome in. Does Wendy have a relationship with any of her family members? I know Wanda is huge. I know her niece, who is absolutely beautiful. Let me type in Wendy Williams' niece. Wendy Williams. April. So let me see here. So she does have a relationship with her family. Of course, you know, they can't be in contact with her because of the temporary guardian. So this is her niece here. By the way, she is absolutely beautiful, if I do say so myself. Absolutely beautiful. So yes, indeed. So definitely praying for April here and Wanda and the whole family, because listen, we gotta recognize with these parasocial relationships. Oh, y'all can't even see. That's how live we are. Y'all give me a moment. Here's this tab right here. So this is April here. This is the niece of Wendy Williams here. Let's see. So Alex Finney, Wendy Williams' niece and goddaughter. She is very, very wise from what I've seen. And listen, like I said, these parasocial relationships are very, very difficult because we only know Wendy from what we see, you know, on an hour on TV. But you got to realize April, the niece and goddaughter, Wanda, her sister, her dad, Wendy's dad, is still here. Kevin Jr. is still here. So love, grace, and space, because you never know what people are going through. All right. Crystal Amos says Wendy was a truth teller. That's why a lot of celebrities hate her. She kept it real, in my opinion. I totally agree. Speaking of keeping things real, I don't know if y'all ready for this. I don't know if y'all are ready for this next story. And it is a trigger warning once. Let me get it up. Okay. All right, y'all ready? Trigger warning. I told y'all already. Here we go. Coming to us from page 6. Right here. Sherri, top executive, found passed away after launched probe into missing cash and unpaid rent. The Sherri Show is mourning the loss of one of its top executives amid a financial investigation at the show. Matt Uzul, the executive in charge of Sherri Shepherd's eponymous daytime talk show, was found passed away in his Piermont, New York home on February 13th, a police source confirmed to page 6. Police will not comment further as it is an open investigation, but Uzul is believed to have passed away to an apparent suicide, according to sources. Uzul, whose primary job was to manage production and oversee the budget at Sherri, was under investigation at the show at the time of his passing, page 6 has learned. Sources told us several departments have been complaining about issues with petty cash, and was recently brought to parent company Deborah Mercury's attention that rent at the show's Chelsea studio in New York City has not been paid since September. So let me bring up the Chelsea, Chelsea Studios. So, for those of you who may not know about Chelsea Studios, I'm going to give y'all a little background on this. Here is Chelsea Studios here. This is located at 221 West 26th Street, between 7th and 8th Avenues in Chelsea, Manhattan, New York City. Originally, the building was originally an armory, which was home to the 9th Mounted Cavalry, which moved to 14th Street in 1914. Adolf Zoomer turned it into a studio for the famous Players Film Company. Among films produced there was An American Citizen and That Man from Mexico, starring John Barrymore. If you don't know who John Barrymore is, that is the dad of Drew Barrymore. In the 1950s, Hitman Brown bought the studio and gutted it to create 2 sound stages known as Production Center Studios. In 1960s and 70s, Brown's leased the facility to CBS for soap opera productions. As of February 2019, it is owned by All Mobile Video. I will show y'all that in just a little bit, because over here we go deep. Just to let y'all know, over here we give y'all those receipts for sure. So, films right here: 12 Angry Men, Butterfield, 8 Long Days Journey, Tonight You're a Big Boy Now, The Night They Raided Minsky's, the producers, Boys in the Band, and the Anderson Tapes. And here are all the shows from this studio here: the Phil Siller Show, Mama, Show of the Week, Patty Duke Show, Inner Sanctum, As the World Turns. That was, I think, on CBS. Love of Life, Guiding Light, Search of Tomorrow, The Jon Stewart Show. Go Ricky, go Ricky. Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? Yeah. Hashtag 90s childhood there. Judge Hatchet, Judge Karen, the Wendy Williams Show, Martha Stewart, The Tyra Banks Show, The Schwab, Rachel Ray, Shockvin, and Sherri, 2022 to present. And then here is All Mobile Video here, and here are the stages. located in Chelsea and Midwest New York City. So here are the studios here. So right here, 9,000 square foot soundstage, 94.5 length and 85 width, 95.5 H lightning grid freight elevator load in adjacent to studio, 9,000 technical and production support space, 20,000 square feet of executive and staff offices. Chelsea A studio formerly housed the Rachel Ray Show. So Rachel Ray no longer has her show, but you can see the studio here and you can see the offices here. That is the control room. So just to give y'all just a little context here. So if you are in New York City and you're looking for a daytime talk show, 9,000 square feet is a lot of square feet here. So you have multiple green rooms, wardrobe, hair, makeup, host suite, production offices, plenty of open space for art, props, and crafty catering, and also located to Studio 1A. A one quick flight downstairs will lead you to a spacious audience holding area, as well as separate entries for talent and VIPs. Studio 8 is complemented by additional 10,000 square feet of executive staff and offices directly located across the street from the studio. And of course, right here, 7,000 square feet. So this is the former home of the Wendy Williams show. So there is the sound mixing studio there, and there's the control room. Now it's the home of the Sherri Shepherd show. And there it is right there. Former home of a legend for sure. Same thing here. You have a satellite producer's office, perfect for last minute changes. Like I said, freight elevator access here, and of course a host suite nestled in a private corner just off the main stage, making quick walk-ons and wardrobe changes a breeze there. Then of course you have here Chelsea C in-house sets available here. That you have Studio 57, 5,000 square foot stage right here, Chelsea E, Chelsea D, and Studio G. So just a little behind the scenes. Let's get back to this story here because there's a lot more. So that's the Chelsea studio where rent has not been paid since September. There was a real concern among the staff that the show was getting shut down. Deborah Mercury had to step in. A source familiar with the situation. Another source told us that the show had not been impacted. Deborah Mercury continued production of Sherri. Ozil, who was a production manager for the Wendy Williams show before joining Sherri. Ozil, who Shepherd inherited from the Wendy Williams show after Sherri replaced Williams' daytime program, said he needed a couple of days to get his paperwork together after Brass confronted him about the show's financial status, according to a source familiar with the situation. Sources told us police performed a welfare check after no one heard from him and found him passed away. A rep from Deborah Mercury did not reveal details about his passing nor personal issues, but told us we retained a law firm, Morgan Lewis, to help us investigate the matter. Pending the outcome of the investigation, we have no further comments. This is Matt Ozil here. News of Ozil's passing has largely been kept under wraps, with exception of small news sites like County Local News and National Memorial Site, which described Ozil as a respected production manager who was known for his outstanding contributions to the Wendy Williams show and other several significant projects. Ozil's work on Sherri was not mentioned. Sherri included in memoriam for Ozil on its February 15th episode, and management has brought in grief counselors to help staff with coping loss. If you or someone you know is affected by any of these issues raised in this story, call or text the Suicide Crisis Lifeline at 988. Ooh, man. It gets real out here. You never know what people are going through. And, to be that responsible for a whole budget for a show is it's very, very heavy. It's very, very heavy. And I feel sad about this because it's like you know, in the entertainment industry, not everybody is rich. Just because you see them on TV doesn't mean that they got it like that. I remember Sherri Shepherd was out and about at an event where she was at a club. And her friends like, "Oh, she got a talk show," and Sherri's like, "That talk show check hasn't come in yet." Um, so yeah. So here is this tab here from the Daily Mail. Here's a bigger picture of Mosul here. So it says here, public records rather show that Uzul lived in a condo in Piermont. The condo last sold for $590,000 in 2015. It's currently valued at $782,000 by Redfin. He was also a producer. Uzul was a producer on Maury and the Montel Williams Show. So I actually saw this from Chronicle Speak. Shout out to Chronicle Speaks. Like, comment, and share. Subscribe to her. Woo! We got much more, y'all. We're almost there. So we cover Andy Cohen, Nigel Lythgoe, Wendy Williams, Sherri Shepherd. Y'all, it's time to cover James Brown. It's time to cover James Brown, y'all. Here we go. So, James Brown's daughters recall going through a period of not liking their father after witnessing him abuse their mother as children. I heard a lot growing up that could have damaged me for a lifetime. Earlier this week, James Brown's new documentary, Say It Loud, premiered on A&E, giving viewers an extensive look on his life outside the limelight. And right here at the top of it says, "Safe to say that time has healed all wounds for the daughters of late legend James Brown." Amid the conversation surrounding the 4-part series, James Brown's daughters, Dina, 55, and Yama, 51, opened up about the trauma they endured at the hands of the controversial funkster in a recent interview. When speaking on the impact of watching the Please singer physically abuse their mother, his then wife, Deidre Dee Dee Jenkins, as a youngster, Yama told the outlet, "When you see a family member being hurt, you're not feeling the best about the person that's hurting them. I was flat out upset and mad at my dad at that moment." Admitting that's something she still occasionally wrestles with in adulthood, Yama added, "I still go back to that place every now and then, not to belittle my dad, but flashing back over my own life and the domestic violence situation in my life, thinking how much that shaped me." At the tender age of 6, Yama recalled having to intervene during an incident where she spotted Brown hitting Jenkins. So, but she still survived. Where the hell is James Brown anyway? Ego, homicide. James Brown passed away. Really? Really? Right. Hippie Sone, I'm with you. The facepalm emoji. Where the hell is James Brown? Like, did you? Girl. Laughing emojis. This one probably down under. Y'all stop. Well, they probably dug him up because the ex-wife / widow thinks they may have been foul play. Having a dance contest with Sammy Davis Jr., Prince of Tina Turner, in a casket. You know what? Nah, bro. Stacey Dash Jr. Laughing emojis. Wait, baby, he been gone. Here y'all go. We already knew this, but yet we critique people back then instead of destroying everything they create. Creating a campaign of misery around the ruins. Well, it's not creating a campaign of misery. That's the daughter's take. Yeah, I heard stories of his concerts. Oh yeah, he was cray. So, for example, some of you may not know this, but when you see James Brown doing the dun 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 dun, that was, if they were off, he would count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's how many times that they would have to pay in violations to James Brown. That's real. So I have not seen the series yet on James Brown Say It Loud, but I definitely will have to check it out for sure. I'm just looking at some things here. Okay, we're good. We are good. All right. More virtual tour live coming at y'all right now. So BuzzFeed sells Complex to network for $108.6 million, will lay off 16% of remaining workforce. BuzzFeed has sold Complex, the youth culture media company it bought 3 years ago, and will pink slip another 16% of BuzzFeed's remaining staffers and restructuring to get back on financial track. Sorry, I'm just looking up network so we can look at the link here. Sorry, I'm just trying to make sure I get it up for y'all. Because y'all know we cover everything. Okay, cover everything over here. Okay. Okay. So we'll look at that in just a minute. BuzzFeed announced Wednesday that it closed the sell Complex to e-commerce platform Network in a $108.6 million all-cash deal. LA-based Network said that together with Complex, it will build a next-generation content and shopping experience that it described as a new generation for superfan culture that will defy the future of commerce, digital media, and music. Investors in the newly merged company include Universal Music Group, Jimmy Levine, Main Street Advisors, and Goldman Sachs. In addition to the $108.6 million purchase price, BuzzFeed received approximately $5.7 million related to Complex use of company's New York offices and severance and other employment-related costs. BuzzFeed acquired Complex Networks in December 2021 for approximately $198 million in cash and $96 million equity for a total price tag of $294 million. However, that included Complex's First We Feast brand, popular Hot One series, which was not sold to Network. It remains with BuzzFeed. Along the Complex sale, BuzzFeed announced around new layoffs to cut expenses, implement 16% reduction of its remaining workforce of a bit under 1,000 across the company, excluding Complex employees who are joining Network. The BuzzFeed job cuts are expected to yield approximately $23 million in annualized compensation cost savings. The company said the layoffs come after BuzzFeed in April 2023 announced that it was sharing its unprofitable BuzzFeed News division and laying off about 180 people across the organization. So going forward, BuzzFeed will focus on optimizing sustainable revenue streams by going with the highest margins, centered on 4 brand pillars: BuzzFeed, First We Feast, HuffPost, and Tasty. Wonder if Cocoa Butter is a part of that. Cocoa Butter is their Black MyPock brand. The sale Complex represents an important strategic step for BuzzFeed Inc. as we adapt our business to be more profitable, nimble, and more innovative. BuzzFeed CEO Jonah Perry said in a statement, "This is also an opportunity to unlock great value for the Complex brand by combining it with Network's expansive commerce-driven business." Network says it runs a live shopping marketplace that brings together the world's most influential artists, brands, personalities to celebrate culture. The newly merged Complex Network company, which has yet to announce the official name, just do Complex Network. Just flip it around. Complex Network. Easy stuff. Complex Network Inc. and be done, which will be led by Aaron Leverett, who co-founded Network with Jamie Levine. Gaston Dominguez Letter in 2018 and has served as CEO since its inception. Levant has a history. Complex. He co-created ComplexCon alongside Mark Echo, the Complex's founder in 2016. So, what do I think about this? I think e-commerce is huge, especially with Talk Shop Live, where you can showcase products while talking to your audience fan base live. So I think it could work out. I'm surprised that BET didn't try to get Complex, because Complex could have really done BET good, because BET doesn't really have BET News. So I think Complex handling the news for BET would have brought more people over to BET. But that's just me, though. Also could have been good for MTV because they don't have MTV News anymore. I think it could have been good for Freeform. So I think there could have been more, but also too, I think I mean, how many people have heard of Network? I haven't heard of Network before. But hey, to each their own. So I'm going to pull up Network's YouTube channel as well. But here is the sizzle reel from Network about the complex deal. Here we go.
It's always easier to go with what is, what you know. Right. But that ain't what we do.
Interesting. So we go back here to this mind map, right? So you see food, sports, music, retail, entertainment, social action, culture, entrepreneurship. I think the big problem is going to be for Network and Complex. How do you balance out selling the culture while being authentic to storytelling? I think that will be their biggest challenge. I think if Disney bought Complex and added it to Anscape, I think Complex and Anscape could have really been something big. And I think Hulu could have bought Complex, because think about it. If you go to complex.com, imagine there's a new show on Hulu. Complex could cover that Hulu show. So I think a streaming service could have been good as well. So, that's just my take. Per usual. Of course, this is unlisted here. But here is Network, the YouTube channel. This is complex, and this is Network here. So we'll watch this.
Welcome to Network, everyone. Let's jump into it.
Technique. Don't sweat the technique.
So that is Network there. And then here is their website. Just a little bit of the website here. So you see they have designer toys, art, shoes, apparel, trading cards, accessories there. So we shall see what will come of Complex with this brand. So, all right. Much more virtual tour live coming at you. Glad to have y'all all here. Speaking of other companies being sold and things of that sort, Vice, for those of you who love Vice will cease publishing on Vice.com and lay off several hundred staffers. So, and this is, oh Lord. So let me get back to the story here. So it says here, Vice Media Group is making drastic changes in the face of financial difficulties. By the way, both of these stories come to us from Variety.com. In memo to Vice employees on Thursday, CEO Bruce Dixon said the company will be cutting several hundred jobs in the next week. As a part of its major restructuring, Vice will discontinue publishing content on its own website, Vice.com, and will instead put more emphasis on our social media channels as we accelerate discussions with partners to take our content to where it can be viewed most broadly, Dixon wrote in the memo. We create and produce outstanding original content true to the Vice brand. However, it's no longer cost effective to distribute our digital content the way we've done previously. Moving forward, we will look to partner with established media companies to distribute our digital content, including news, on their global platforms as we fully transition to a studio model. Dixon also wrote that Vice Media Group is in advanced discussions to sell Refinery 29, the woman-focused media company it bought in 2019 in a reported $400 million deal. The company, which was once valued at $5.7 billion in its go-go years, filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection last year. In July of 2023, closed a $350 million sale to a group of its former members, Fortress Investment Group, Soros Fund Management, and Monroe Capital. Last fall, Vice made another round of layoffs after several Vice News shows failed to get renewed and consolidate its 5 operating divisions down to 2. After those cuts, Vice Media had over 900 employees worldwide. At one point, had about 3,000. Dixon, formerly Vice Media Group's Chief Financial Officer, was named co-CEO alongside former Chief Strategy Officer Joseva Laquanda. 1 year ago, after the exit of the former chief executive Nancy Dubourg, Wakanda left the company in December. Read Dixon's February 22nd memo. Dear Vice Team, as we navigate the ever-evolving business landscape, we need to adapt and best align our strategies to become more competitive in the long term. After careful consideration and discussion with the board, we have decided to make some fundamental changes to our strategic vision at Vice. We create and produce outstanding original content true to the Vice brand. However, it's no longer cost effective for us to distribute our digital content the way we have done previously. Moving forward, we will look to partner with established media companies to distribute our digital content, including news, on their global platforms as we fully transition to a studio model. As a part of this shift, we will no longer publish content on Vice.com, instead putting more emphasis on our social media channels as we accelerate our discussions with partners to take our content to where it will be viewed most broadly. Separately, Refinery 29 will continue to operate as a standalone, diversified digital publishing business, creating engaging social-first content. As you know, we are in advanced discussions to sell this business. We are continuing that process. We expect to announce more on that in the coming weeks. With the strategic shift comes the need to realign our resources and streamline our overall operations at Vice. Regrettably, this means that we will be reducing our workforce, eliminating several hundred positions. This decision was not made lightly. I understand the significant impact it will have on those affected. Employees who will be affected will be notified about next steps early next week, consistent with local laws and practices. I know that saying goodbye to our valued colleagues is difficult and feels overwhelming, but this is the best path forward for Vice as we position the company for long-term creative and financial success. Our financial partners are supportive and have agreed to invest in this operating model going forward. We will emerge stronger and more resilient as we embark on this new phase of our journey. Thank you for your continued dedication and support during this time of transition. Together, I'm confident that we will overcome any challenges and achieve our shared goals. So here, Bruce, here are all the major tech layoffs. So as you can see, there are 6 pages. Okay, there are 6 pages here. So media is changing. It is definitely changing. I think that, the internet is still a very powerful platform, as we can see here with Virtual Tour Live here on YouTube. You don't have to have maintenance on a website, just as long as you know how to maintain the website, right? I think with Vice, I think they have lost their way. They used to be known for original content, but now they're just trying to throw anything to the wall and see if it sticks. With Vice, I think of, now the news organization that's more of a millennial organization. Vice, I don't know what they're going to do. I mean, they could do the thing that I said of, teaming up with a streaming service, and, it can be, Vice can be a organization or a division within a streaming network, but also too, I don't know why you would do that when, for example, to Doom, actually, you know what? I'll just put it up. Entertain. News Network. I was going to say they could team up with Netflix, but like, why would you do that when you can just do the Damm Entertainment News Network? 10 Network inside Netflix, because Damm is their official blog. So we'll see what happens with Vice. I think they're going to have to diversify in a way where it not only works out for Vice, but also works out for whoever they partner with. So, all right, y'all. Porsha Williams. Porsha. Hey, Lynette Stiller, welcome in. Glad to have you here. So, as you guys may or may not know, Porsha Williams is Porsha Williams once again. She files divorce from Simon Gobadi after 15 months of marriage. This is an exclusive from People magazine. Porsha Williams and Simon Gobadi's marriage is coming to an end over a year after they tied the knot. The Real Housewives of Atlanta alum filed for divorce from Gobadi on Thursday in Atlanta, according to court documents obtained by People. The news of their split comes as rumors fly online about Simon's citizen status. However, a source tells People the divorce is unrelated to recent allegations involving Simon's past. And the cause of their split is an ongoing matter, as the insider. Williams, 42, Gobadi, 59, said "I do" in November 2022 in a Nigerian traditional native law and custom ceremony, followed by an American ceremony in Atlanta. The pair announced their engagement in May of 2021 after 1 month of dating. Ooh, okay. Yes, we are crazy in love, Williams captioned with a selfie with Gobadi. I know it's fast, but we are living life each day to its fullest. I choose happiness every morning and every night. Gobadi echoed Williams' sentiments, telling his followers that he asked her to marry him because we checked all each other's boxes and then some. Earlier this month, the reality star turned entrepreneur, who is a mom to 4-year-old Dara Pilar from a previous relationship, announced that she is set to return to the Real Housewives of Atlanta for its upcoming 16th season after 2 years away from the Bravo series. She also signed an overall scripted deal with NBC Universal on scripted project opportunities across the company's broadcast and streaming properties. I'm incredibly thankful for the vision and faith NBC Universal has put in me to be a larger part of their family. She says, statement, "I'm looking forward to being back on the Real Housewives of Atlanta and showing the world my new world." Williams first joined Roa back in its 5th season after leaving the show in season 13. She and Gobadi appeared together on Real Housewives spinoff Porsha Family Matters in 2021. She starred in the 3rd season of The Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip, which aired last year. Okay, that's about it. Listen, I was thinking about this, right? Because yeah, I agree. She had no business marrying Simon. I agree. You don't get married after a month. I'm sorry. You just don't. I truly think that this show has become so much of a status game that is not being about broadcasting the reality. And, I was on the Silva's panel today. I also was with Diana Rose as well. Shout out to both of those great content creators there. And my take on it is they're going to have to figure out how to expand the show, right? Because basically what Kandi was doing with her businesses and her family, all that stuff, not only are they going to have to do that more, also too, they are going to have to figure out a new soul for Atlanta. Because it seems to me it's more about the contrived storylines that are for, clicks when you turn on the remote control, when you click onto Peacock, rather than being invested into the people. So you have to figure out how to humanize a show again that has lost its soul, but bigger than that, you have to rebuild your fan base, right? Because everybody said that this past season, hey, welcome in, Lady B. Thank you so much. I appreciate you as always. Yeah, I think that this is going to be quite interesting. I think that, with Bravo, honestly, I mean, I don't know if you guys know this, but Martha's Vineyard is coming back for a new season. I think this might be an awakening for Bravo of, Bravo stands for Bravo Encore. So what is an encore in the world of food? What's an encore in the world of the beverage alcoholic industry? What is a Bravo in terms of technology? What's a Bravo in terms of entrepreneurship? So I think Bravo is hitting a wall with their content. Their Bravo's definitely know more than me for sure. But, I think the strike really showcased that some networks need to regroup, reset, and reframe. And I think Bravo is hitting that wall eventually. Now, I did say a show that could be produced by Carlos. Now, don't laugh at what I'm about to say. Listen, Africa in the A could be a whole new reality show. Listen, if I see that title, I want my cut. Africa in the A, Sunday nights, 8/7 Central. On Bravo. Oh, my Lord. I can't do it. I can't do it, my Lord Jesus. I'm going to drop the link. If you guys want to come on up, Lord Jesus, help. I didn't know if I was going to get through all those topics, man, because there was a lot of topics tonight. I'm going to turn off my camera now because I've done the whole show for an hour. Woo, my Lord Jesus. My Lord, y'all. Man. Africa in the A. And you know what? That actually really could be a real show. Like, I'm not even trying to be funny, but it really could be a show called Africa in the A, where you find different couples, that they have an African husband or African wife. And, there you go. Africa in the A. Just saying. Ooh, Lord Jesus. Lord. No, for sure. It definitely would be interesting. For sure there. Let me see if I got anything else here. I got some more stuff for y'all here as we are rolling on. Let's look at the comments section of the Shade Room. Right here. Wow. Huh? Oh, sorry, y'all. It went to the hashtag right here. So it says, wow, huh? Laughing emojis. Wait, I just can't believe this. This better be for the show. That was quick SMH. I know y'all lying. This is why my relationships will always be private, away from social media. Lord help. Not the Jennifer Lewis passing out. Lord help. Something isn't something. What? Nene in the chat. I want y'all to realize marriage has never been for love. It's always been a business/property ownership move. No, I'm not believing it. That was a true Princess and the Frog story. Karma doesn't care what the circumstances are. He was denied citizenship 4 days ago due to his past criminal history of bank credit card and infidelity fraud. Child, the February calendar is at capacity. You hear me? I hear you. I am Tanisha Thomas. I hear you. Like I said, we shall see what ends up happening with this on season 16 of Real Housewives of Atlanta. Saw this news here. Now, I was so excited when I saw this. Now, this face... This face says it all. NRA CEO Wayne LaPierre found liable in civil corruption suit. After a bitter-fought 6-week civil trial, a New York jury on Friday found the ex-National PAL Association CEO Wayne LaPierre liable for improperly spending millions of dollars on the pro-PAL group's money on luxury such as private jet flights, extravagant vacations, and sun-soaked stays on private yachts. LaPierre's prolificate ways violate his fiduciary duties and costed the NRA some 5.4 million. The jury determined he has reimbursed the organization 1.5 million thus far. So yay! Thank God that he was held accountable. It says here, when questioned on the stand about receiving luxury gifts, including Italian suits worth nearly $300,000, Pierre insisted that he considered the clothes to have been work items. Okay. Well, listen, I'm glad that it is happening, and damages will now be considered by the jury. James said that she seeks to dissolve the NRA and wants Pierre, Phillips, and Frazier to make full restitution for funds that they unlawfully profited in salaries earned while employees pay penalties, recover illegal authorized payments for individuals, Frazier from the NRA's leadership, and ensure that none of the 4 individual defendants can ever serve on the board of a charity in New York. So there is that story here, right here, by the way. Jackie Robinson statue cleats heading to Negro Leagues Baseball Museum. The bronze cleats from a Jackie Robinson statue that was cut at the ankles and stolen last month will be donated to the Negro Leagues Baseball Museum in Kansas City, Missouri. The league's executive director told ESPN on Thursday. We thought it was the absolute right thing to do. Bob Lutz, who founded and operates League 42, which was named after the Baseball Hall of Famer and civil rights icon. It's looking like the cleats will be delivered by April 11th before Jackie Robinson Day on April 15th. Bob Kendrick, president of the Negro Leagues Baseball Museum, said Friday there are plans to have a ceremony when the cleats arrive at the museum. Kendrick said the cleats will likely be displayed along with a historical marker from Robinson's birthplace in Cairo, Georgia. A marker that was damaged by the Powell fire in 2021 was donated by the museum. Just wanted to let you guys know about that. We're just going through a lot of hot topics here. This one made me excited. After 5 years, Black Girls Rock is set to return. The show will be moved from BET to Lifetime and will be recorded live in Atlanta on June 27th and to air later this fall. In a momentous announcement and moment, if I do say so myself. This comes to us from Hollywood Melanin. Atlanta, Georgia has been declared the host city for the 2024 Black Girls Rock Awards, marking a significant milestone as the city becomes the new epicenter for the world-renowned celebration per BGR release. The ceremony aims to honor the contributions of trailblazers, entertainers, icons, community activists, pioneers, business moguls, thought leaders, and rising stars. Past award recipients include Regina King, Angela Bassett, MC Lyte, Missy Elliott, Erykah Badu, among others. So congratulations on that news there. So here's another one from Black Culture News. Google apologizes after new Gemini AI refuses to show pictures achievements of white people. Google's Gemini language model program allows users to generate artificial intelligence images using text command prompts, but began to notice that the program almost completely erased white people from history. Vikings, founding fathers, popes, and people of European descent were all shown as Black, or the program refused to produce images of white people entirely. LOLW, laughing emojis, and the problem is, so what is the issue? Laughing emoji, a good lesson to be learned, and the problem is what exactly? Oh, I love this, laughing emojis. Gemini seasons its food. I don't understand what the problem is. Crying emojis looks like it worked just fine to me. I see nothing wrong with this buy. Seems to work fine. No glitches. Technology finally got something right. Gemini that likes chocolate knows how. Now they notice how Black people feel about similar AI softwares. Gemini or Dr. Umar? The site had only been showing images of white people for ever since until pretty damn recently. As a reminder, AI knows something. So, LOL, Gemini has achieved consciousness and ain't with the bull-ish. AI stands for all integrity. It's Black History Month. They knew what they were doing. Black History Month, good marketing. So there you go. Child, I can't. I can't do it. I can't do it. So, this next story, I am very excited to tell y'all about this. Now, this is an exclusive from People Magazine. Okay, here we go. A different world cast set to reunite for 10-city HBCU tour over 35 years since the show premiere. Exclusive. The tour will kick off February 29th in Atlanta, Georgia, followed by stops in Washington, D.C., Montgomery, Alabama, and more. School is back in session for the cast of A Different World. People can exclusively reveal that the cast of the legendary NBC sitcom are reunited this month to embark on a national 10-city tour of historically Black colleges and universities, HBCUs, in celebration of the show's 35-year legacy. Daryl M. Bell, Ronald Ron Johnson, Charnel Brown, Kimberly Kim, Reese Jasmine, Guy Whitley, Marlon Gilbert Wayne, Kadeem Harrison Wayne, Cleophas Wayne, Don Lewis, Jaleesa Van Taylor, Creed Summer, who played Susie and so many other characters, legend Creed Summer, Wilfred Freddie Brooks, Glenn Turner, Colonel Bradford Brad Taylor, and Sinbad Walter Oakes will all participate on the tour, which will feature panels and other events. Producers Susan Fowles and Debbie Allen will also be included. The tour will kick off February 29th in Atlanta, Georgia, at the prestigious Atlanta University Center, home to Clark Atlanta University, Morehouse College, and Spelman College. A full slate will be announced soon, but other cities include Washington, D.C., hosted by Howard University, and Montgomery, Alabama, hosted by Alabama State University, and Tuskegee University, both in April. I hope UAPB, University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff, home of those mighty Golden Lions, will be on the tour schedule. A Different World ran on NBC for 6 seasons from September 24th, 1987 to July 9th of 1993. The series is a spinoff from The Cosby Show, centered on Denise Huxtable, Lisa Bonet, and the life of students at Hillman College, a fictional HBCU in Virginia. Bonet left the show after the first season, as did Marisa Tomei and Loretta Devine. Future stars who appeared on the sitcom include J. Pickett Smith and Karen Melania White, among others. The show was consistently ranked first or second among Black viewers during most of its run, and is often cited as the defining reason why many went to an HBCU. And that's part of the reason why the cast from A Different World is getting together. The tour will not just be a nostalgic trip down memory lane for the Different World family, but also a chance to raise money for scholarship funds. Per the website, Cisco and premier finance partner Wells Fargo will sponsor the tour, ensuring that more students can access the transformative experience of HBCUs. The cast of A Different World has come together to celebrate our 35-year legacy and make more history with today's HBCUs and tomorrow's leaders. Daryl Bell tells People, our mission goes beyond nostalgia. We're on a quest to raise awareness and enrollment for HBCUs nationwide. By leveraging star power and cultural impact of A Different World, we aim to inspire a new generation to choose HBCUs as their academic homes. The website states, we're not just telling a story, we're rewriting the narrative. So here is the website here with the tour dates. And for all of you, here we go. Hang on. I don't know why it's not doing it. Hang on, I gotta refresh it. I don't know why it's not doing it. Anyway, it should be playing the theme song. But anyway, here it is. Step into the beloved world that captivated the hearts of the nation with thought-provoking issues, brilliant performances, and lots of laughter. For 6 groundbreaking seasons, join the iconic cast of A Different World as we reunite to celebrate the 35-year legacy of Hillman College. I'm an HBCUs embarking on a mission to educate the next generation of leaders. So presented by Cisco, premier financial sponsor, premier foundational sponsor, Wells Fargo, Student Freedom Initiative, premier nonprofit sponsor, and Minds Matter. So here it is. Here's time to register for your preferred tour stop and receive exclusive updates, behind the scenes content, opportunities to engage with the cast. Let's create a future where HBCUs shine together. So February 29th, 2024, Atlanta, Georgia, hosted by the Atlanta University Center, Spelman College, Clark Atlanta University, Morehouse College. April 24th. April 2024, Washington, D.C., hosted by Howard University, and April 2024, Montgomery, Alabama, hosted by Alabama State and Tuskegee University. Additional dates to be announced soon. So there you go on that there. I think they even have a shop. Blacktacular Entertainment. Haven't heard of them before, but there you go. And good luck to the tour. I hope it is very, very successful. And then here's about the tour here. So yeah, very, very cool. All right, so I know I haven't talked about British Williams, but she is in custody of U.S. Marshals here. U.S. Marshals took a former St. Louis area reality star into custody on Tuesday after she failed to surrender herself to federal prison, to begin her sentence. British Soraya Williams, 34, pleaded guilty in May of 2023 to 5 counts of misuse of a Social Security number, 4 counts of bank fraud, 3 counts of making false statements to the IRS, and 3 counts of wire fraud. She was indicted in September 2021. The former Basketball Wives LA and Marriage Boot Camp star was sentenced in October 2023 to 4 years of prison, as well as 5 years of supervised release, and must pay $564,069 of restitution. Last fall, Williams' attorney successfully lobbied for the court to extend her surrender date so she could spend Christmas holiday with her 5-year-old daughter. The court moved the surrender date to January 3rd, 2024. However, Williams did not report to federal prison camp Alderson, West Virginia on the appointed date. She was ultimately arrested in St. Louis. St. Louis attorney Michael Thompson, who represents Williams, told the judge on Tuesday that her failure to report to prison was a miscommunication with her lawyers. Williams also apologized to the judge. As a result, the judge ordered Williams' bond revoked and remanded her to the custody of U.S. Marshals. She will be extradited to the women's minimum security prison in Alderson. Prosecutors with the U.S. Attorney's Office for East District of Missouri said Williams had underreported her income on tax returns from 2017 to 2019 and falsely claimed her niece and nephew as dependents. Williams also used Social Security numbers that were not hers to open bank accounts with banks and credit card companies, and then failed to pay those institutions back. At the time of her plea hearing, Williams told the court that she had submitted 9 applications for the economic injury disaster loans, the PP loans, designed to help struggling business, 4 applications for the Paycheck Protection Program created to save jobs during the COVID-19 pandemic, and 1 application for rent relief in California. She used $144,000 in loans from 2 of those applications to fund her lifestyle, and she also received more than $52,000 in PPP loans. In January 2022, Williams applied for money with the California COVID-19 rent relief program. She claimed that she was a resident of the state with a total income of $50,000, and she could not pay her rent due to her work hours being cut of the pandemic. She had stopped paying rent in July of 2021 and received nearly $28,000 in funds from the state program. However, the plea agreement states that the network that produces Basketball Wives LA paid Williams $3,800 rent. Her work hours and pay were unaffected by the pandemic. Prosecutors said Williams and co-conspirators nearly received $140,000 from at least one insurance company after she filed fake medical bills. Williams also filed her annual tax returns since her indictment in October 2021. She listed herself as exempt on paperwork with her current employer, meaning there were no taxes withheld from her $90,000 annual salary. The total losses of total known losses, actual intended from Williams' fraud schemes, are $446,082, prosecutors said. Right here. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that. An indictment was filed against Williams' ex-boyfriend, 4-year-old Lorenzo Gordon, last month. The former pro basketball player was accused of falsifying applications for pandemic relief loans originally from St. Louis. Gordon played basketball at Illinois State. He played professionally in France, Germany, Turkey, and Israel. Williams appeared on the VH1 reality show Basketball Wives in 2014, where she and Gordon were dating. They later broke up, but have a child together. Woo, Lord Jesus Christ, man. Right is right and wrong is wrong, y'all. I keep saying it, but it's very, very true. Speaking of Dolly Parton, we talked about Dolly Parton and Beyonce this morning. And now Pitbull and Dolly Parton teaming up in a new collaboration. Trackhouse new Pitbull EP released last week. Rapper teams up with Dolly Parton and Tim McGraw, dedicated to all the powerful women in the world. Rapper Pitbull has teamed up with Dolly Parton for a hip-hop meets country collaboration that has social media users taking notice. According to the East Coast radio website, Pitbull released his EP Trackhouse Daytona 500. That is the championship of NASCAR, if you don't know. Last week, the 7-song EP features several guest artists, including Parton, whose features on song Powerful Woman, which samples her mega hit 9 to 5, was released in 1980 and went on to win a Grammy for Best Country Song. Pitbull, who has been accused of performing misogynistic lyrics in the past, says collab with Parton is dedicated to all the powerful women in the world. On January 15, 2021, it was announced that Pitbull became a co-owner of the NASCAR Cup Series team Trackhouse Racing. The rapper also teams up with country star Tim McGraw on the EP. Now, listen, we're going to talk about misogynistic lyrics. Then, black rappers also did that too. And Pitbull also has an academy in Miami, so he does a lot for the community. So, and I think, Dolly Parton is a legend in her own right, beyond culture, society, and country music. Without her, I don't think country music or the world will have soul. I really do mean that. And finally, I know that this is a lot for y'all, but do y'all remember when we talked about NBC, Universal, Peacock, and Paramount coming together? Y'all remember that? And y'all remember a particular name that I said and Nikki News said stop? Now, Nikki, I'm just going to let you know right now. Remember when I said this, okay? Listen, this group right here on February 16th said the name that I said. Now, listen, okay? Just going to let y'all know. And then there's another one right there. See, now I didn't say that name now. I said this name. I didn't say that name. So that being said, I can't do it. I can't do it. Like, it's one of those things where, you say things, but you don't really think anything's going to happen. So when I saw that today, I'm just like, you know what? Nikki News is going to laugh her behind off today because of this. Because I said Paracock. I did say that. I absolutely said it because they're trying to combine into one streaming service. I'm like, what are y'all going to do here? What are y'all going to do? And then they thought of this. So we'll see what happens with that. By the way, I saw this article too. From Women's Health, why Live with Kelly and Mark fans are demanding the show change its name. Live with Kelly and Mark fans are unhappy after a recent pre-tape episode aired. Twitter sounded off on Twitter that the show needed to change its name. New episodes were slated to air throughout the rest of the week, along with special live events happening over the next month. Fans are too happy with Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos at the moment, and it has to do with one surprising detail of their joint daytime job. The longtime couple are currently hosts of Live with Kelly and Mark, which normally runs 5 times a week on ABC and syndicated throughout the country. As the title of the long-running morning show infers, by the way, it's been on almost for 30 years now. The series is meant to have Kelly and Mark interview celebrities, talk about all things pop culture and star in a number of segments that will entice fans to go shopping or do some creative in their everyday lives. As live is meant to be, well, live. Fans of Kelly and Mark were disappointed on February 5th when they learned that the show wouldn't be airing in real time. Instead, viewers saw an episode of the Married Duo discussing some of their favorite moments that aired in 2023, including the best social media moments from the show and their favorite celebrity walkouts to the soundstage for interviews. When fans realized Live didn't air a new episode in real time, they went to social media to voice their complaints about it. What's more, some even felt that the name of the show needed to change if it continued. Geez, another pre-recorded show today. Kelly and Mark laugh so much for live shows. We are lucky to get 3 live shows a week. One person lamented on Twitter, Kelly and Mark live, Mark Consuelo's Kelly Rip is so unfortunate that there's only 2, sometimes 3 max live shows per week. Been a viewer for over 30 years. I think it's either time to take the word live out of the title or sadly cancel the show. Different viewer added. While there will be times where live won't air a new episode, fans don't need to worry about pre-record episodes being a regular thing. New episodes were slated to air for the rest of the week, along with some live events happening over the next month. So here is this.
Live is hitting the road. We are bringing the show back to Las Vegas.
Yes, we're doing 4 shows from the Blue Live Theater at the Fountain Blue Las Vegas along the world-famous Las Vegas Strip to help them celebrate their grand opening and welcome them to all the excitement.
Oh my gosh, it's the sports and entertainment capital of the world with some of the world's biggest superstars, entertainers, countless celebrity chefs, and us.
So if you're going to be in the Las Vegas area on February 26th and the 27th, we'd love to see you in our audience. Go to our website for all the details. We're going to Vegas, baby.
We got to go back to our wedding chapel.
We have to go back to the wedding chapel.
We have to go back to our wedding chapel.
So, so I'm bringing up the Fontainebleau Theater right now. I'm looking now. By the way, for those of you who don't know the Fontainebleau, there is a location in Miami. It's a very famous hotel. This hotel has been in the works for years. I mean, years with a capital Y. So here is the Fontainebleau Theater here in Vegas. So this is where they will be live in Vegas for live with Kelly and Mark. Now, oh my Lord Jesus, my Lord. Let me get back to this story here. Where is it? Okay. So let me keep reading here. On February 26th and 27th, viewers will see Kelly and Mark host a show live from Las Vegas. Just a few weeks after that, the couple will host a post-Oscars televised event on March 11th to discuss what they witnessed from the star-studded night. Now, personally, listen, that part. Here's what I think on this. So you know what? I need to come on camera to give this opinion. Because I think it's important to give my opinion on camera on this one. I'm just looking at all my messages just to make sure nothing else has happened here live. Okay. So let me get myself adjusted it, right? Okay. So with this being said, what do I think about this story? I agree with the viewers and the fans and the and just the general opinion of this show, right? When Regis Philbin and Kathy Lee Gifford or Kathy Lee Johnson did live, they were live 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. Then, live with Kelly and live with Regis and Kelly was on 5 days a week. Now, here's how the taping schedule would go for that show. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, they would be live. Now, Friday show, they would tape on Thursday, then that would air on Friday. Same thing with Kelly and Michael Strahan. And let's all understand, recognize, and embrace without Michael Strahan being the right host, live would not be on TV because Kelly Ripa she's been at ABC for 30 years, but with Kelly Ripa, she's blasé. You need somebody with a little bit of spice to keep that show going. And I think it's quite frankly disrespectful to do a show called Live when you're not live. When that red light comes on at 9 a.m., it should be live. It should not be taped. Okay? Now, if you are going to tape for something, right? Let's just say that, I was going to cover the Oscars, right? And I taped a special edition of Virtual Tour Live around maybe 11 a.m. Well, actually, no, that'll be the morning edition of the show. But either way, if I taped this on a Saturday night, right, I will at least let y'all know, okay, here's the reason why Virtual Tour Live has to be taped, because I will be on the carpet during that time at 6 p.m. getting ready for the show at 8 p.m., right, to go to the Oscars. But I think it's disrespectful to Regis's legacy, because that was Regis's last shot to make it in New York City. And if you can't do the show live, then get the hell off. Kelly and Mark ain't gonna do nothing to me. They not. But I think it is quite frankly disrespectful. And, I try my very best to make sure I am here live for every show. Of course, things come up. But of course, when things come up, you are transparent with your audience. But I think to only be live 3 days a week is quite frankly rude. So that's my take. I need to come on camera for that, Pig, because I'm just like, okay, listen. But yes, indeed, y'all, we did it. We absolutely did it for sure. Covered all those topics live in about under 2 hours, I think. 4 people in the building here with me. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. I try to make sure that you guys always get something new, diverse, and different on this channel. You know what I mean? It's never the same show. It might be some mix of topics, but it's always a new soul with this show. Let me show y'all the thumbnail real quick here for what I got for you guys tonight at 10 p.m., which is literally in 2 hours. So, Lord help me. Lord help me. Lord help me. Lord help me. So let me get... I'm going to actually download the thumbnail so you guys can actually see the whole thumbnail. Let me see here. Let me see. Let me download this. Share. Download it. And then I will send it to myself on Facebook Messenger, so that way you guys can see it. Attach file. Okay, there we go. Let me do this here. Open new tab. So this is what I have for y'all tonight at 10 o'clock here. Live in 2 hours. Sharnita's World, Season 1, Episode 1, Nubian TV. So we're going to go to nubiantv.net. Wait a minute now. Okay, I was about to say, woo. So here is Nubian TV. Here is Nubian TV. So what you do is you go to nubiantv.net. I'm going to drop the link in here. Okay, so we're going to just go through this live so everybody can be on one accord. One accord. So you go to that link right there, nubiantv.net. Now, you can sign in, multiple devices, so that way you can get the streaming. What you do is you see the schedule for today, and so you scroll all the way down until you see, should be coming up here, Sharnita's World right here. It should be loading. So I will be watching this and taking my notes, okay? And like I said, I'm excited for it. Trending at some point did an absolutely fabulous job with her interview with Sharnita. Shout out to Trending at some point. She's about to be a legend out here. She already is a legend, but she's about to be a legend to everybody else. You understand? But see, listen, so here's the thing. It shows an internal server error, so I don't know. Okay. So you might have to refresh it a couple of times, apparently, because people they're tuning in right now. But here it is here. So Sharnita's World. And it should be showing the time. But yeah, it's coming on at 9 p.m. Eastern. At least it should be. Sorry, I'm trying to get this solved for y'all here. See, it keeps doing internal server error. So I'm going to see if I can watch it. Okay, because I promised y'all a show. I did. So all you gotta do is click that link of watch now. And then right here should be popping up. And then right here, you'll be able to watch Nubian TV right in real time. So at 9 o'clock. So you just go to nubiantv.net and you click that link of watch now. You click that link, watch now, and then you will be able to watch Sharnita's World right there at 9 p.m. And then here it is. So you see all the other times here. You see 10 a.m. for the trailers here, and then Sharnita's World viewing times 9 p.m. should be right there. So I'm going to watch it. I'm going to take my notes. Hopefully Nubian TV will work, because y'all see right now it's a internal server error, but I know Melody, Sherri, and the team probably know that we've been pushing hard for this for quite a while. So yes, indeed, that is the show. I appreciate y'all so much for being here. Oh, I almost forgot. Let me show y'all the actual thumbnail. So here it is here. Live in 117 minutes right here. So that is the full thumbnail. That is the Lyric Theater in Birmingham, Alabama. Took that picture, took the logo of Sharnita's World, put her in the middle of it, you see the virtual tour live background magic there and the blue light coming through there. So yes, indeed. And then here is the full picture here of the thumbnail. So I think I did a pretty good job with the thumbnail, if I do say so myself. Y'all do know whenever y'all do see a Brandi thumbnail, it is an original thumbnail. You heard? For sure. So like I said, nubiantv.net. Click watch now at 9 p.m. You might have to refresh your computer or your TV or what have you a couple of times just to be able to see it. Or you can also pull it up on Vizio. Listen, Braylon does his job over here. Okay, listen. You know what time it is, okay? And that will be the thumbnail for every single show. Because when I was trying to figure what to do for Sharnita's World, I'm like, okay, I know that she loves Birmingham. So like, what can be nighttime? What can be iconic? What can be bold? And I just thought, hey, listen, there you go. So listen, this is what we do over here, But yes, tune into Nubian TV at 9 p.m. and then join me back right here at 10/9 Central right here live on YouTube. It should be a good time. Did y'all enjoy tonight's show? I hope you did. We went through a lot, though. And do not worry about the Where is Wendy Williams. I am going to review that. Yes, I am. I have Hulu. So I will be able to review the show. Can't wait to do that. We'll review the documentary. So I think it comes out Saturday and Sunday. So probably Monday night and Tuesday night because it said it will be on the day after. So so I will watch parts 1 and part 2. So Monday and Tuesday we'll be reviewing the Wendy Williams documentary. So it won't be any hot topics that day. Unless there's some hot topics that we add toward the end of the show, but I definitely want to review the documentary. I know some people may not want to watch it, but the reason why I am reviewing the documentary is because it's important that our culture reports on us than other cultures. You know what I mean? Because listen, it's better if your own culture tells your own story than other people. You know what I mean? So, but yes, that is the official thumbnail for Sharnita's World Season 1, Episode 1 that will be appearing on Nubian TV at 9 p.m. Like I said, go to nubiantv.net. Once again, here is the once again, here it is here. This is the link here. Then you click watch now. You click that link right there, and it'll take you to Nubian TV Live. You can also watch it on Vizio, Fire Stick, and Roku TV. And it's free. It's absolutely free, so you don't got to pay for nothing. Okay, you don't got to pay for a thing. So viewing time should be showing up here, but yes, it will be 9 p.m. Eastern tonight. It'll be on every Friday, I think, at 9 p.m. Yeah, I agree. It is quite sad with Wendy State. Nikki News, I'm definitely with you. And also, too, I'm reviewing this because, her son deserves to know the power of his mom, right? And so I'm going to review it for the son as well, because I know the son was in the documentary, but he may not want to watch it. But I think from one black young man to another black young man, I think if I can, bring some calmness to the waters, I will definitely do that. And Nikki, you well know, with any review I do, I am open-minded. I am fair, but I'm also real. So with this documentary, I am going to give it to you the best way I know how, virtual tour live style. As I often say, higher is waiting, lower is available, but either way, we are live on tour. And y'all know I am a media nerd, and I do my research thoroughly, justifiably, and soulfully. So I appreciate that love in me, Nikki News, for that review. Oh, and by the way, speaking of famous people, Mama Van commented on Brainley's YouTube channel. When we hit 1,700 subscribers, she commented on my YouTube channel. She also commented when I made it to 60,000 views. So Mama Van, Melody's mama, has blessed this channel with her seal of approval. And, as I was looking at her comment, I just come to recognize, don't worry about the naysayers, the spectators, and the haters that they can't do what you do. Worry about the people who have the power, who have the responsibility, and who have the soul to embrace you. And Melody's mom put her stamp on this channel. So listen, you can do what you want to do, but just let you know. Oh, I think Melody's mama is a black woman. Another black woman supporting a black man. Shocking. Mm-hmm. And thank you, Mama Van. Love you very much for doing that for sure. Oh my Lord Jesus. I got 145 likes on a real reality gossip video, y'all. That is I've never gotten I never have gotten that many likes on a comment before, but yes, indeed. So, Nikki News, do you think I should go ahead and end the show to get ready for the 10 o'clock show? Because it will be here before you know it. In 1 hour, it will be the world premiere of Sharnita's World on Nubian TV. You just go Nubian TV, .net here, and then you click that watch now. You click that watch now button there, or tab, and you'll be able to watch it live. I will be taking my notes. Okay. All right. Well, let's do what we do it in the show, because we got a whole after show live at 10/9 Central right here on YouTube. But before that, y'all know what we do around here. We leave you with some motivation. It's time for the Daily Motivator, brought to you by our good friend Ralph Morrison. Believe those who are seeking the truth, and doubt those who find the Andrew Gede. It's time for the Daily Motivator for Friday, February 23rd, 2024. Let the minor things go. A minor aggravation is just a minor aggravation. Don't fall into the trap of magnifying it into something bigger than it is. Most likely, you can simply forget all about it, and everything will be fine. Plus, you'll free your time, energy, and awareness for more meaningful pursuits. But it gets much better than that, because the more you're able to let the minor things go, the more stronger and more purposeful and more resilient you become. That doesn't mean you don't care. It just means you choose to invest your attention and your effort into what truly matters and what will make a difference. By being less easily annoyed, less easily offended, you become much more effective. By letting go of your seething and frustration, you'll be able to engage in real transformative action. The next time you're tempted to obsess over some minor issue, remind yourself of the option and the benefits of simply letting it go. Enjoy the freedom, the power, and the intentional energy that gives you. Ralph Morrison. Oh, Lord, talk about a daily motivator. Yes, indeedy. Letting the minor things go. I think, I think about so often the Black history of us as Black people and culture and society, and how some things we don't let go of and some things we do. I think you have to learn what wars to be in and what wars you have to let play out. Now, that doesn't mean you don't care about the war, but you recognize your energy is limited. So that's the first thing. Recognize your energy is limited, but it is a powerful resource and a dangerous weapon, depending on how you use it. Number two, ask yourself this: is the energy I'm giving to this going to help me or hurt me? I know that sounds very basic, right? But if what you're thinking about is helping you, then keep doing it. But if it's hurting you, let it go. Because I promise you, the hurt that you're putting yourself through, you don't get that time back. You don't. And finally, standing still in who you are doesn't mean that you're not moved. That just means you're only moved by purpose. And I think what we're about to see in about 1 hour away is going to be something about showcasing what to let go of, what to hold on to, and how that can determine your elevation to the higher that is waiting for you. So with that being said, that is our virtual tour live. Woo! Did the one show at 11 a.m., y'all. Did our second show at 6 p.m., y'all. We got one more show to do at 10 p.m., 9 Central, right here on Brainley's YouTube channel. So with that being said, it's time for the best outro on YouTube. Know what you do and do what you know. Never say you weren't born special, because you are always born a blessing. And trust, you may not be where you want to be, but by the end of it, you'll be where you need to be. Do what you've been chosen to do. Wise one thing to call yourself is nothing. Be chosen. One love, much love, all love. I spend time with you. You spend time with me. Hopefully by spending time together, we're also to be great together. Always remember we're doing radio, television, YouTube, living your best life. Or you're just recognizing just because Hollywood looks glamorous doesn't mean that there's not brokenness in it. And just because there's brokenness in your everyday life doesn't mean it can't be glamorous. Make sure the replay is not just ready for you to watch it, not just ready for you to listen to it, but for you to want to experience it again. I love you. I value. I embrace you all. Always remember, on receive love, you got to give it. On receive love, you got to give it. On receive love, you got to give it. Where obstacles you have overcome, wherever successes you have achieved, I'm extremely proud of you on this particular day. But if no one else is proud, you be proud of your damn self. And finally, y'all, Listen, okay? Allow yourself to know that no is a whole blessing. Use that blessing to your advantage. And just know you saying no to what's not for you only gets you close to the yeses that are meant for you. Like I said, enjoy the fireworks for the day that's to come, for the day that was, for the day that's to come, and for the blessing on the way for you, me, and all of us as society, people, and culture. That is to all you virtual travelers, virtual tour family, and the legendary tourist, as the legendary Alpha MC calls us. If this is the end of your night here, but as for the rest of you, I will see you back here. Oh, Lord, 2 hours for Sharnita's World After Show live here. One love, much love, all love. I'll see you back here at 10 p.m. for the rest of you. But as for the rest of you who are logging off, one love, much love, all love. I feel the love. I'll send it back to you. Good night, everybody.